Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Monday Morning Art Talk. I'm Steven Silver, character designer and teacher, dedicated to helping you learn about the art industry and living up to your potential. Whippy! All right, so before we get started today, I just wanted to shout out a reminder that this coming April, I'll be in Portugal, I'll be in Spain, and I'll be in Hungary. So if you live near there or anywhere around there and you're interested in attending, you can just go to the link attached below through my website. And also just wanted to let you guys know that in February, haven't got an official set date yet, but I'm going to be doing these live drawing sessions. So it's going to be a universal thing. Stay tuned for that. I'll keep you posted with that. So today I really wanted just to talk about why you have to work on many different things, okay? Why the importance of creating multiple things, not always knowing what the end result's gonna be, but there's gonna be, they're gonna somehow come together. It's so important. I want to tell you why I'm talking about this, because recently, I've been writing another book for myself. Okay, a lot of times as I write things, I have so many writings all over the place. I have so many drawings all over the place, and I go, I'm just going crazy sometimes because there's so many ideas. And this is the thing: there are so many. What I want to express to you guys, there are so many ideas out there that can be pursued, and so many things that can be done. And so as I have these ideas and I've been writing this book and it's been on my mind for a long time and I've always added to it, it's a lot more written stuff. It's not an illustration book. It's not an art book. It's about it's my own way of seeing things, you know, and if it can help people, that's where I go. This is my purpose. And I know that this is what I want to do. I know I want to do this somehow. But then I go, this book idea, this one thing, and this is what I want to get out with you guys, is you guys may have ideas for doing things, but right now you don't see the full picture. You don't see the full outcome. You don't see where it's going to end up. And all I want to say is that you don't have to, as long as you're sort of like getting started with it, because by me doing this and me starting to think, I don't know when it's going to be released, what the outcome is going to be. All I know is I'm getting this thing started in between my day as I work on other projects and do other things. You work on these little things. And then I'm working on this other thing. I've been doing this other thing. I've been putting together this exhibit that I'm going to be doing later in March out in Fullerton. And I'm starting to put all this together, and all of a sudden I'm just talking. I'm taking my dog for a walk. I'm come back and I go talking to my wife and just brainstorming. And this is why brainstorming of ideas, why you got to discuss things with people. Why I wish more people would just discuss things and be open and just out and say what it is you're kind of doing. But, you know, why you want to talk, and all of a sudden she goes, hey, you know what, why don't you're talking about this idea and that, why don't you combine the two? And it's just like, you know what, you're absolutely right. Why don't I take these sort of things that I'm working on with this project and that project? Because I think in my mind I was in limbo. I think I was, as I'm working on things and I'm doing these other things, your mind tends to go in limbo. You start to get distracted. You start to maybe overthink things, and you gotta suck back in and go, holy moly! I gotta remember to surrender to the idea that letting things unfold and letting things manifest and letting things come together the way that they're gonna come, but working on these multiple projects, even though you don't have the big picture in sight, you know. Yeah. And as a reminder, you don't want to and you don't have to. I think if all of a sudden I decided I want to create Coca-Cola, again, if you guys, it's funny, interesting story. I don't even want to get into the story of Coca-Cola and how much it even sold for. But this pharmacist who created this formula had no real idea what it was going to become. Eventually, it turned into this drink that people were enjoying, and some guy had an idea that thought I could mass produce this. It tastes so good, buys it for this guy, I think for like $2 or something, and turns it into what it becomes. But with the idea of Coca-Cola, this guy knew he wanted to bottle these drinks, and he made this fizzy drink, and he made this taste. And did he know the outcome of what that was going to be? I don't think anyone ever does. And this is why we set ourselves up for the doubt that we put in our own minds that creating these potential projects could potentially go nowhere. Therefore, it's impossible. And I'm going to tell myself and convince myself that it may never happen. And all of a sudden, all this doubt and this fear and everything else that starts to arise comes from it. As opposed to, what if we just start these things? What if we just get these things rolling? And hey, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I mentioned to you guys in the beginning, I'm going to be doing in February these live drawing sessions over the internet. This thing that I haven't seen other people do that I want to do, that's going to be affordable for everyone to partake in it. It's going to be like $5, and it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be fun, but it's an idea. It's an idea that I propose, I come up with, I discuss with my partner that I'm working with right now, Anya, and we brainstorm and we shoot stuff out, and we go, what if we kind of do this? What if we do that? And it's all in the hopes of just starting something, putting it out there, and seeing if people are going to be interested. It's when I work on my own prints. If I'm going to do a print, I'm working on something, and I'm just doing it and seeing what happens. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to try to, make anything sound like it's just trying to bamboozle anyone. What my intention is? My intention is to be an artist and make a living as an artist and provide a service to the artists of this world and help them improve upon their skill set. That's my mission. That's my job. Can I do this and think of things in an effective way that people can find value in what I'm doing and they'll benefit and I'll benefit? Yes, be honest. That's what we're doing. That's what you want to do. That's why you're creating comic books. That's why you're creating children's books. That's why you want to get a job at a studio. That's why you want to work for different clients, working on movies, animations, commercials, games, you name it. What is the sole purpose? The purpose is to make a life and a living doing what it is you love to do. So why not, even though your idea may be so far-fetched and so crazy and so out there, why not just start it? Just begin it, just put the ball in motion, and know that maybe it's going to connect with something else that you start up 6 months from now that you have no concept of control over whatsoever, that might just appear. That person that is going to enter into your life that you have no control over right now, that you don't even need to think about right now. And this is what the wonderful thing is, if you can truly start to let go of these things that are making you project into the future that you have no control over. Because it is, to me, what I'm finding more and more every single day is that it just doesn't matter. Again, you don't want to do stupid things. You don't want to put yourself at risk and harm. You don't want to put your family in harm or danger. More than anything, risk. What's risk? Risk is me taking a bunch of money. I've earned all this money. I've saved it, and I take a risk, and I put all this money into this book or this app or this course or whatever I'm doing or whatever you're doing. Then you lose it all. That's a risk, okay? Is it important to take risks doing things? Yeah, you're gonna spend money. You're gonna waste money. You're gonna throw away money. But you know what? It's gonna come back. It all comes back. It's all in circulation somehow. And you know what they say, you got to spend money to make money, if you guys haven't heard that term before. But that term doesn't come out of thin air. It's like, if you want to do something, sometimes you got to take these risks and hope that they pan out. But it's this fear, this being doubtful, that we don't even give ourselves that opportunity. So all I want to say to you is, I know you have those ideas, and I know you're afraid, and I know you're doubtful, and I know you don't believe in your skill set right now, and I know that you feel like you have so much more to learn and do. So do it. You keep working on those things, and you keep developing, and you know what? Good for you that you know where you truly are. There's a lot of people out there that don't know where they truly are. And so they're chasing the wrong thing most of their life and end up chasing things throughout life that aren't supposed to be what they're supposed to do anyway. Maybe you're not even supposed to work in the animation industry. Maybe that's not your calling. Maybe you have a greater gift, maybe a greater strength. Maybe you have something so untapped in there that you've just blocked it all from ever even unleashing the beast within you because you've been so sidetracked by this other little dangling carrot that doesn't even represent you or what you even want to do in your career. You know, and you're chasing and you're following what you're seeing people posting about and writing about, and you gotta be selfish in a way and say, forget about what everyone else is doing. I could admire from the sideline, but, you know, like, I don't know what his name, I keep forgetting his name, but what he said, be yourself because everyone else is already taken. All you can do is just work on you and what you want to do and let it just eventually be what it's going to become. And stop putting this sort of, this doubt within your mind, this doubt on your head that's weighing you down. Because you know it's there. And do you have to work on this? Yeah. And do you need to write things down? Yeah. It's part of the reason one of the reasons that I wrote this book that I'm writing right now is because I feel like there's a lot of key words that I've experienced in life and come to and understood along my journey. And I wanted to write for myself, write a book, write these things down so every day or every other day or whenever I want to, I can pick up this book and I can read it, and these little quotes and these little words that set me back on track of things that I've already learned. Because how many times do we learn things? Do we take this knowledge in, but all of a sudden it vanishes and it goes away and we totally forget. It's like, you know, the hard thing is when I say to people, they'll come to a workshop, I say, you guys better be sure to write stuff down. Do not think for a minute that you're going to walk out of this workshop today and remember everything I said. You're going to walk out of this workshop and you're going to be uplifted and you're going to be inspired and you're going to feel ready to take on the world and you're going to feel ready, like you're ready to really commit and do what you want to do. But don't feel or think for a second that 3 days later this is going to disappear. So what do you need to do? You need to write things down. You need to get things started. You need to put these things on track, and that's what you need to do every time you're starting these projects that you want to do and getting wherever it is you want to be. Listen, all we want to do is be artists, or whatever form of art you do. This is what we want to do. We want to enjoy this process. We want to enjoy this path, but all we can do is let these things unfold and not try to control them and just say, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. Stop with all the racket in the mind and whatever you need to do. Again, one thing that I would do, and I was trying to find it the other day and I can't even find it, which tells me it's time to rewrite it. I got a stack of 3x5 cards, and they're all in a binder, a little ring, and that's why I like the organization. But I wrote down all the cool things that I have in my life. And you know what that cool thing is? I can breathe. I can walk. I can talk. I can work. I can eat. I can piss. All these things. I got a family. I got a house. I can drive a car. Whatever it is, all these things that we get so overwhelmed ourselves with. Life isn't where it's supposed to be right now. I'm not as successful I'm supposed to be right now. I'm not this right now and I'm not that right now. Well, how about just enjoying where you are right now? Wherever it is. Again, I can't make up for all the people in this world and all the people that are going to watch this video and all the people that might be going through such deep, horrible things in their life that I can't say, hey, you're wonderful, cheer up, pal. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. But for all those people that are out there that know where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to say, be that person that sort of takes control of all this and just lets things unfold the way they're going to unfold. Stop being so doubtful of everything. Start your projects. Eventually they're going to collide. They're going to turn into something. The right person, the right time. It's going to happen in time. Be sure you're chasing the right carrot. Sometimes you may not be. All right. That's it. Make it a great week. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Be sure to check out the information below. Take care. To subscribe to my mailing list and stay updated on future workshops and events, please go to my contact at silvertunes.com and simply hit join mailing list. Until the next time, make it a great week and thank you for listening.